Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Vundi. I'll be creating content that has to do with mental health, so stay tuned. I thought the first video should be a get to know me video, just so that we can get a feel of who I am, where I'm coming from, and why do I feel like I need to create content in the first place. So as I mentioned, I'm a medical doctor. I'm working in a private hospital in Nairobi. At the same time, I'm doing my specialty or my residency, sorry, in psychiatry. And so I get to see a lot of mentally ill patients. I get to treat them, at the same time shadowing psychiatrists. And so I felt like from a professional level, there's a lot that I need to contribute to the mental health conversation. So first and foremost, I need to mention that I had a blog a long time ago, 2 years ago. It was called Afia Press, and basically it was a written blog. We used to write with a bunch of other doctors about healthcare related issues, and it was great. I can't complain. I loved creating content. So this is not something random out of the blue. Like I was in my element creating content for my blog, but after some time it just kind of felt like I was writing just to write. Like I knew every week I have to put out a blog post, and so it was like it stopped being my passion project. And for me, if I'm not passionate about something, sorry, I don't do it. So I just shut it down abruptly, and I went into my own personal journey, which I'll talk about next. So my background, my upbringing was pretty normal. I didn't lack for anything, neither did I like have a silver platter. I was kind of like just right there in the middle. I went to great schools. I had everything I needed, not everything I wanted, but everything I needed. And that said, my childhood did have a lot of dark times, dark times, things that I kind of just pushed to the dark closet in my mind as I was growing up. I kind of like said, okay, this happened, moving on. And as I was like growing up now, into teenagehood, especially when I was in med school, I feel like I had a lot of baggage that I never dealt with, and then it just manifested in a lot of toxic behavior, and a lot of toxic relationships. And I feel like I was spiraling out of control. Later on, something happened that really triggered me into a really bad mental space, and that's the loss of my dad. Genuinely, grief is a precipitating factor for a lot of things, and for me, it threw me off. The toxic behaviors worsened. And I was honestly the worst version of myself when I was going through it. And this was now the turning point for me. A friend of mine suggested, why don't you see a therapist? And I was just like, what? Like that happens in Kenya. Like I know I was a doctor, but like still I was like, therapist is not something for like the States and stuff. She's like, no. She was also going through grief. No, I've been seeing her, and like I genuinely recommend it. And so it was not with an open mind. In fact, the first meeting I was just looking at my therapist like very suspiciously, like the whole time. But like as we moved along, guys, therapy changed my life. Therapy, I don't know where I'd be right now if I didn't start my therapy sessions. And the two things that therapy did for me, one is that I confronted my past. Those things I had, remember the closet I was talking about, the dark closet in your mind? It just opened up, and there was like this after this after this. And I honestly, I had never understood how the things that happen to you, traumas and the things that happen to you in childhood, they affect who you are. They affect your behavior, your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, your relationships in future. And man, like that was mind-blowing for me. And the thing with your past is once you confront it, it's done. Like you heal. This fear of not confronting things is it's a false fear because it's pointless. You fear it, but it already happened, But we'll talk about childhood traumas as we go along. So yeah, the first thing it did, I confronted my past, but the second thing it did is I admitted things to myself. You know, a lot of times we think things are happening to us, you know. I'm like this because this happened to me. So what therapy taught me is stop looking at it like that. How about you just think it's me who's doing this? I'll give you an example. If somebody broke your heart, right? Somebody breaks your heart, and I'm not saying that's easy. That's horrible. Like that, it feels horrible. It's like a physical pain when somebody breaks your heart. But like if you start drinking every single day, every single day, every single day, and this happens for like 6 months, is it still this person who's making you behave like this, or it's actually you who every day has decided this is how I want to spend my day, this is how I want to deal with my pain? So I admitted things to myself, and you guys, that process is painful. It's painful. Like I used to cry, I used to leave therapy with red eyes, but in the end you accept, and acceptance is mind-blowing again. I had a limited session, so I'm not doing therapy anymore. After we were done and we achieved healing, my therapist was like, we're good. So I will probably need to see her in the future, and that's something I want to encourage you guys, is to just have a therapist, have a relationship with a therapist, and when you need them, then you can engage them, because honestly it changed my life. So that said, I'm not coming to you guys from a place of I'm so perfect, I'm so zen, everything is just in order. No, I still battle with a lot of things. I needed to put that out there, because it can seem like, okay, so where do you get off? Like, are you so perfect? No. But I've just seen the benefit of therapy and healing, and I just want to share that with you. From a professional point of view, I want to share what I'm learning. I want to share coping skills with you, and just drive this conversation on mental health, because I feel like us as caregivers, we haven't really been present in the conversation, which I think is very wrong. I think we need to be involved in this very same conversation. So please follow me, like, share, subscribe, follow me on my socials. I'd love to go on this journey with you guys. And also, please, you can just send me messages and tell me what kind of things you'd like us to discuss, because I'd like it to be a collaborative effort, not just me sitting and yapping for like 1 hour and then it's not like impactful. Please just DM me, drop me a DM and tell me, the things you'd like me to talk about, and I will see you on my next. And I'm really excited about this journey. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.